Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just a stringy.
Elevated Talks and Things. You got your boy Standout in the building. You got a returning guest, special guest, Marilyn. Marilyn, tell them where you from. Tell them what's up, man. They begged me to have you back on here. The fans, they begged me to have you back on. So, what's up? What's going on? How you been?
Good. Can't complain. Just good. Keep working and focus at home and nothing new. Just the same.
I feel like that's like a cliche answer. You know what I mean? I feel like you took a trip.
I did.
Wait.
Yes.
Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Tell the viewers where you from.
Cuban. I moved from Cuba here to Vegas in 2009. Always been in Vegas. Not that I like it, just that I choose to. And so I went to Cuba this year, beginning of the year, March. It was good. It was good. Yeah. No, I have family still. My dad and siblings are there, and we were going. Actually, my family, my mom, my sister, and the babies. We were going to Cuba to bring my grandma here.
Okay. So going to Cuba, like coming from Cuba, I mean, what made you move out of all places? Because like most people I know come from like Cuba, and that they go to like Miami or somewhere in Florida, New York, and stuff. Like, what made you come to Vegas? What made
I
you
love Florida. I love Florida.
Me too.
Vegas because my ex-husband was a musician, and then he had friends that live here and actually offer him a job. So definitely what's better is to start with something.
Okay. So you got into that, you moved because of the ex-husband. That's pretty nice.
We came together from Cuba.
And then like your mom and everybody came along with.
I brought them in, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then you have a sister, correct?
I do have a sister.
Okay. I think I met your sister before.
You met my sister. That's how we met.
Yes.
Cell phone story.
Yeah. Okay. So how do they like Vegas?
I don't know. I haven't asked that question, to be honest. I don't know. I know my mom loved Florida, too. Every time we can, we go to Florida.
Okay.
Not to move in because it's too expensive, honestly. But Florida, it's my place to go. Maybe once I retire, who knows?
What part of Florida is your favorite?
I like West Palm Beach. But,
okay.
But definitely Miami.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends and family. That's why. Okay? Honestly, that's why. I don't even know. I had never been in like a crazy Miami life. I had never experienced that. I always go visit family and friends.
So you don't go party in Miami?
No, to be honest.
You don't do the club scene, nothing like that?
Nope. That's my plan for this summer.
Okay. So you want to have a hot girl summer?
Let's see, maybe.
Well, hey, have fun with that. I hope you fulfill that. You know what I mean? So let's get back to moving to Vegas. You moved to Vegas with your ex-husband. You guys were, I remember you telling us on the last show, but you guys were married for how long?
Like almost 13 years. Well, together since we met, we started dating like 13 years, yeah.
Okay, so you guys were together for 13 years and you moved to Vegas. And then like coming out of marriage, like how was it coming out of like a marriage, because like some people like they get divorced or they break up with their significant other, and then like you got the people that like don't know how to maneuver outside of that space, and then you have people that just like, well shit, like I was held down for this long, I'm going buck wild. Like how was it for you?
Honestly, I feel that we were having issues for so long on our marriage that once we broke out, I kind of got into, I want to get someone else.
Okay.
Not crazy. I don't want to go crazy. I don't know how to be crazy like that. So I was like, I want to fall in love again. Okay. And I was single for too short, not even a year. And I started dating someone. We were together for like almost 5 years, 4.5. Oh, wow. And it didn't work out either.
Well, that's a long time for like.
And after him is when I say, you know what? I just want to be alone.
I mean, but that's like 5 years. You guys were just dating, or you guys was in a full blown relationship?
No, we were in a full relationship.
Okay, yeah. And this was in Vegas too, or was it long distance?
No, it was in Vegas. Yeah.
How would you say the dating pool is in Vegas? Like, I hear mixed reviews. So most of the time, I hear more women say that the dating pool sucks in Vegas, right? And then I hear other women say, well, hey, it doesn't suck. It's just that like you got to know what you want in order to
But if
play
you know
in
what
this
you
field.
want, then it's really hard for you to find that person to fulfill what you want. I
Okay.
feel that the dating pool in general, it's sucked from both ways and everywhere. So not just in Vegas, everywhere, because now we're too fake on both ways too, and we are more into what do you bring to the table, and that's okay because we're adults. We have to be responsible too, but not just that. It's like it goes both
Okay.
ways.
Okay.
It goes both ways. So I feel that yes, it's really hard to date in general, no matter where you're at, and just be smart or be single. It's okay to be single. I learned now how to be single. Honestly, I had that mentality since little. Literally, you break out because you're ready to have another date.
Right,
So it was
okay.
just jumping from one to another one, like boyfriends or dating or whatever. And then it's the first time that I'm okay being alone. It's like I'm learning about myself, and it's okay to go out with friends. It's okay to go out by yourself. It's like I'm learning about that.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I think you're absolutely right. But I think that like certain people, they kind of stay in that realm and move in that movement too long. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
It's scary.
Yeah. So it's like it's one of those things. It's like, and I say this with a lot of other movements too. Like, okay, you could swim in the pool, but eventually you had to get out. And you know, once you found yourself, like if you find yourself and you just remain alone, then you know, and this is with anybody, right? I would say that you're going to become that crazy person that people talk about.
This is the thing. I feel that when you are you spend too much time on the same position, even if dating or a marriage that you don't like or whatever, it's really hard to get out. You get comfortable. Exactly how you get comfortable in a relationship that it's not healthy for you, you get comfortable being alone. And I'm afraid of those things too, to be honest. I don't want it. I want to find the right person, but I'm not looking either. So I'm just enjoying my time. I'm not in a dating pool. I don't care if someone show up or not. It's like, literally, you ask me for my number, say, what do you want it? Why? Give me a reason why I should give you my number.
Okay.
That's my first question I'm doing right now. And if your answer don't make no sense for me, I'm saying.
But what if
maybe
it's a
next
nice
time.
person, but like that question just kind of throws them off or whatever?
Then you're not ready for it.
Okay. All right.
It could be a nice person. I have met like nice person, but if they're not ready for a relationship or not ready to what I need to, then we're gonna damage ourselves, both of us.
Do you know what you need or want?
I feel we don't know.
Okay.
We go with the flow. No, we kind of know. You learn a little bit when you're by yourself, when you can learn a little bit what you would really want. And then the person that I would make space in my closet have to deserve that. They have to deserve that because
But
it's,
what is it that exactly? Let's take a step back real quick for viewers' sake, right?
sure.
What is it that I'm a follow with something else, so just let me land here. But what is it that you like? What would be the foundation of what you truly want?
The commitment. It's really hard to find someone that commit to be loyal and to be open. And first thing that I like, it's just someone that it's honest. If the first date you're honest and you said, hey, you know what? This is who I am. I'm going to tell you who I am too. And I will tell you since day one, this is what I'm looking for. And I say it all the time. And like, I'm not rude, I'm not mean. But if my words sounds rude to you, let me know. And I will definitely will explain what I mean. I have no intentions to hurt nobody, neither I want to get hurt. So it have
Okay.
to go both ways. And all I want is just someone with the commitment that it's loyal and then be open to talk any issues that we may have. That's all I ask.
Okay,
But
so
it's hard.
see, this is where guys get a little confused at because like, and my grandmother told me this a long time ago. And I didn't understand it until like I got an
Mercedes part.
adult. They say that a woman truly never knows what she wants and then she never fully matures until she gets around 50.
Oh, wow.
You know, and so then I used to date older women. I still do, but not like how older this woman was at this time. And she told me, I was young, she told me, look, you could keep on trying to figure it out, but you'll never figure out because a woman that you mess with, she doesn't know exactly what she wants because she's only mature to everything that she got up until this point.
It makes sense, and I agree. But I feel that all of us, not just females, males too, you don't know exactly what you want until you get into it. So you know that you want a fast car until you get into it. And when you get it, it's like, oh, maybe I should not get it that fast. Or maybe I should want more space. Or maybe.
Right.
So you don't know until you get to it. But I feel that your experiences kind of give you an idea what you're looking for. And then the rest is just where you make with your partner. Because then once you find a person that it's not perfect, but it's kind of like, okay, you understand the flags that he have, it's something you can work with, then we can make it together and then work together. And what I really want and what you really want. Because it's not just what I want. It's what we both want. But at least the basic have to be the same.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
And we are hormones. Like, we are, like, emotional person. We can have,
definitely.
like, in 1 month we goes ups and down, and maybe we want something, then we don't like it no more, and then I understand that, too. But at least, you know, the basic have to be the same. They have to be.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me. And I can't speak for all men, but the man that I hang out with, we kind of have a foundation on what we want. It might be a different foundation on what we want. But, like for me, like the first thing I say right out the bat, dating me is hard. Being with me is hard. Like, I'm always busy. And I don't put a gun to nobody's head. I don't make you do these things, but certain things that in a relationship I expect, or in dating I expect. I live by the 3 F's. I already said it a million times, so I'm not going to say it again. But if they're not willing to do the 3 F's, and for the viewers that watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. And they're not willing to do the 3 F's, then, like, for me at this point in time in my life, I have no need for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm looking for anybody, but yeah, it has to. That foundation for me has to be there.
You know which one there are. That's easy, and you know from the beginning. As soon you cross a word with someone, you know if it could be or it's definitely not going to be. So we know. We know. We just take the risk, and then we have that reality distortion that we think that it will work out when we actually know that it's not going to be. So that is our fault too.
Do people ever tell you like do men ever tell you that it's like hard to approach you?
Yes. Someone told me that once. It said, it was a good friend of mine, and I said it's, because you probably get hit a lot or worried. I was like, no, to be honest, none at all. And I was wondering why nobody say anything to me, you know? And I was like, well, honestly, it's that you look like high standards. I was like, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
I could see that. And, you know, so with most pretty women, like, they're unapproachable.
Why? That's a good question. Why? Why it's so hard to just say something?
Now, this is where men fail at, because a lot of men are afraid to approach. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're afraid of the rejection.
But I'm being honest with you. I'm the kind of person that think guys approach when we open that door. We are the one who opened that door for you guys to go through. I always say that, like, it's just like a little of a eye contact or a smile.
I definitely agree.
Or something. It's really hard to have a guy that it will go to without that little click before anything.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because I don't really do too much approaching women. I think that, my mindset is like, they have enough guys probably fucking kicking down their door, you know, jumping in their inbox and shit like that. So for me, like, I had to have some kind of indication that they want to be approached. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, not that I'm afraid of it, but more so of like we're both adults, and, you know, I come correct, whatever, but I'm not about to just be, I'm not like going to be like other guys.
There are guys that don't know. There are guys that don't see those clicks sometimes. They don't see it. They just, I don't know.
I think they might see it, but they're oblivious to it because, like I said, they're scared. You know what I'm saying?
Insecurities?
Possibly. You know, like you say, it's not a lot that approach you. I think they're really scared of you.
Why? I don't get that.
Yeah.
I'm like really nice person. I'm open to talk about anything,
But you know that.
even from day one.
They
But
don't
I
know
don't know
that.
what else I'm gonna do.
Like again, is
What are you guys expecting from us? That's the question.
I don't expect anything.
I mean, not you.
Yeah, I
in
know.
general. Because if we are too much, then it's not nice. It's annoying. I'm a still believer. We still have to be, respectful, and then
Yeah.
because I don't want to be the night girl. I want to be the wife, the partner. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference between those two.
I think since we live in the Instagram age and the social media
Mine's still
age,
private. My Instagram is still private. If you are
good.
not my friend, I'm not. You're not.
that's
gonna see it.
good. But for all the thousands of other girls that's not, and you go look at their shit, like, yeah, I have no fucking chance. You know what I mean? I have no, because we live in a society where, like, if you think about it, like, most guys would probably get at women on social media. My aunt, friend of the show, she has a dating company where she's a matchmaker, and I would probably say that her being a matchmaker, even the guys with like a lot of money, they're still afraid to approach because they're afraid of that rejection. So they have to have that matchmaker or whatever the case may be. And then, like I said, Instagram, like most of the time, most guys get left on red or get left on sent,
is.
So it makes it kind of hard for men because most women, before she even conversates with you, she's going to explore your Instagram or try to see what you're about.
We're gonna check
a lot of times, not
even
about
on
the
your
look.
likes and
Yeah,
your comments
yeah,
on
yeah.
your photos. We will.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through those.
Yeah. So I think personally, I could be a dating coach for men because, like, I don't think women's the hard part. Like, I don't think getting women's the hard part, in my opinion.
Keep it, maybe.
Keeping them, yes, and it's the first point of contact. That might be the hard part for guys. Like, I feel like if you relatively keep yourself looking right, be the best you, try to make as much money as possible, do the things that in life you're going to, like, if you build it, they'll come. That's how I look at life. So even on this show, as I try to tell men, it's like, okay, look, a woman, most of the time she's going to look you down and up. You know what I'm saying? Not up and down like we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's reversed. So she's going to look you down and up. Okay, do you have decent shoes? Do you have a nice situation going on? Are you fat or, what I'm saying? Or are you too skinny? It could be too fat or too skinny. Women don't appreciate, you could tell me, do you guys appreciate really skinny men?
Me personally, no.
No, you don't feel like he could protect you, right?
It's just that I don't think it goes with me. I'm not skinny.
Okay.
So I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to be disproportional. So
What about really fat men? Or
neither.
Yeah,
No,
so-
but I appreciate that belly. That little belly, it's okay. It's good.
well, we're not talking about like the dad bod. We're talking about like
No,
like a biggie,
definitely not.
big pun.
No. It's that someone had don't even. My thing is like when you are that big, it's like you don't even take care of yourself. That's where you get that. So how are you going to take care of me? It's like
Yeah.
it's too much.
Yeah,
So there's the limit where it's okay, and it's same with skinny. I understand, genetic and all that, but still you have to work on yourself too. But too skinny, it's just because they don't go with me.
But that's what most women say. Like they want.
But I know
a
girls
sense
that
of
love
protection.
skinny guys. Hey, fat no, but skinny, I know a lot of girls that like that.
I can see that. I heard. Being that I know a lot of women, I heard different things of their logic of why they like skinnier men. But most women that I talk to,
No.
they don't like them too skinny because they feel like.
But I don't
they're
like
not
six
protected.
pack neither.
So you like him just in the middle.
Just a normal.
You just want to rub the
I
belly.
don't like, just a normal guy. I feel that the six pack guy is way too much focus on those things, and it's not gonna have enough time for me. Or it's
Okay.
gonna be the person that you can't have a drink because it's not okay for the diet. You can't do this because I have to sleep. You can, and it's too much that you can't, and that's not fun either. It have to be in between, normal. Oh no, you can work out and don't have to be a six pack.
No, I agree. So what would you say would be the most
Honestly, I don't
attractive
really
thing to you?
the chemistry. I have seen guys that I have not even had a word with a guy, and it called my attention. So there's something that I believe. I don't practice in a religion, but I feel that energies is real, and you can connect with the person even before cross a word.
Absolutely,
Yeah, even if it's not your type. My type could be whatever, and then maybe this person it's completely the opposite, but it calls your attention. Why? Who knows?
I think energy plays a big part. I 100% agree with that. Energy, yes, and I think if a person has like a command presence, you know, if a guy comes in and he don't have to say too much, he kind of controls the room. Take notes. If he kind of controls the room, you know, without having even to say anything, right? Or he has that mystique about him or whatever, and he just cool, calm, and collected, not over the top, whatever.
I like the nice guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like the clown guy. Those one that got on the show and then they want to be. No, I can't.
Doing all that
handle
talking and
No,
shit, yeah.
I can't handle that. Yeah, I'd rather have the guy who don't talk that much, just listen to it, and be quiet in the corner. I like that.
Well,
It give you like it's a smart guy,
Yeah.
someone that is just taking notes.
I think that's where, you know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but that's where I prevail at. I'm like a silent assassin, you know, where I go in, I'm cool with everybody, shake hands, kiss baby, shit like that. But like I'm not over the top. Like even like with like jewelry, like clothing and stuff. Like I'm just chill, you know. We just relax, you know. I'm not trying to be seen, you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to be. I'm there, but I don't need to be the focal front of shit. Like I let
Me neither.
everybody. I tell guys all the time. I leave that for the women. You let them be the focal front because like I don't give a fuck about being pretty or cute or anything like that. Like as long as I could command people's attention, that's
So
it.
what's the point? What's the point to be the center of the attention?
I
of
think
your
that's a woman's trait.
group? But you know, there's a lot of guys like that.
A lot of
But
guys are feminine.
Yeah,
You know?
that's today's day. We are like, is that real? When like we become more into our masculine energy, and then the guys become more feminine. I don't know.
Definitely, the
what's going
roles
on.
have reversed. Yeah.
And I'm not okay with that. I'm still believing. I am and I'm not. I'm still believing that we have served things that goes with a go to female and male. I believe that the female. If you're going to create a family and you have a partner that you choose for, you choose it as a person you want to. There's always a captain and co-captain. You can't be the same. You have to let him guide, and then you have to be under. Always have to be like that. Now you have to choose wisely who is going to be in charge. But it's today's day. A lot of girls they just want to be same or even more sometimes more in charge of like everything, and that's not okay.
I think that's for me. You know, if they have those kind of traits, like I kind of get turned off easy. Even if, I understand, like you know, you got to sometimes work past a wall, but if they're in their masculine, then they're not for me. You know,
I feel it's okay to be in that energy when you're alone. When you're single, you have
Yeah,
to.
sure, when you're single, yeah,
have
yeah.
to, because otherwise you're gonna fail in life. But once you get that person that you feel confident and you want to build something, or you want to open that door at least for that person, you have to step back a little bit. Just let it be and see what's going to happen. I don't care if you open the door for me. I don't want you to open the door. There's other things that you have to prove. You have to show, and sometimes we are not like that.
I met
Well,
this
most of the time.
this lady, and you know we're talking, you know, not like flirting or anything, just talking, and she asked me why the dating pool in Vegas sucks, and I said, "Well, shit."
Next time, just ask her where can we go that it's not going to suck. I would love to know that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I kind of led to. I'm like, I don't think it's just a Vegas thing. I mean, Vegas is just faster than most cities, but I be all around the world. I've been all around the country, and even the small cities, like you know, they got that person that's the man or the girl of that city or that town, and they you know they kind of had the pick of the litter, so you know like they kind of is like the player of the town or the whatever of the town, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I mean, anywhere you go, like I didn't been in Arizona, I done been in small towns in Florida, small towns in Texas, even in Nashville. I met a lot of promiscuous women, and I met a lot of men that was, you know, that was getting their shit off. And then, you know, I used to work in the hotels here, and I meet a lot of men that live in Nebraska or whatever the case may be, and they're coming here to get the prostitutes and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so I don't think it's not one place that you could say that dating pools suck. Then I get the shit where it's like, oh, well, in the South it's a little bit better. I'm like, not really.
Where do they mean with the South? What part? Because
I lived in the South. I met some dudes. I never seen somebody go through so much scheming and plotting on cheating than I have in the South. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just me, you know, knowing these guys or whatever. But I don't think that is like, even in different countries, like I know dudes in El Salvador or whatever. I know dudes in, you know, that go back and forth to like Guatemala, you know, all these different other places. And, you know, it's kind of the same, you know, they just, their wives are just might be, or their women might just be homemakers there. So they don't know what the fuck is going on and shit. But I think it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. I agree. When I got divorced, I said I would never date a Cuban again. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it no more.
Why do I hear that? I hear that a lot. Like, why is that?
My experience, honestly, what I think about Cuban males, not all of them, but like most of the ones from the capital, like the main cities, they're not hard workers. If you look around, like the female Cubans, they work harder than guys. And that it's an attractive too. I don't want you to work like 12 hours a day, but I want to feel that if I'm not there, at least you're going to back me up. You're going to be there to help me.
Yeah.
You know, but what I've seen, like if you look around, what do Cubans do? Uber. Some of them work at a casino. I'm not saying no. But most of them are females. It's more girls than guys. But 100% Uber drivers would be Cubans. And that's okay. I don't have anything against that. It's just like, what is your goal? What are you offering? Like for real, if what's going to happen later on?
Or back in the day, like you used to be cab drivers.
Yeah, exactly. Or Amazon delivery. It's just Cubans, and that's okay. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying that I don't feel they have the same goals or the same ideas when it goes to that. Now, after I got divorced, my ex, he's from New York.
Oh, is he Cuban too?
No.
Okay.
It's from New York.
Is Dominican, Puerto Rican?
No, actually, it's England and Filipino.
Oh, that's
so the dad is England, the mom is Filipino.
That's okay.
And after him, I say, oh shit, I'm okay with Cubans. I don't want a New Yorker. I will handle the Cubans. I will not date a New Yorker anymore. Oh my God.
I heard a lot about that. I know a lot of Spanish women, you know, and I hear that a lot about like Dominican men.
I feel that when it goes to Latinos, Caribbean, like anyone, like Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominicans, they are professional cheaters and lazy. Now, if you go to Latin American, I love Colombians. I feel the accent, the culture, I like them, but it's a different culture. Even when saying language and everything, it's a completely different culture too when it goes to.
Because like, do you speak more Portuguese or do you speak more like
Spanish?
Okay.
Spanish.
You know, because like I didn't know it was. I'm from California, you know, so I didn't know Spanish was different until like I started moving around and like they don't speak.
No.
They don't speak, you know, like this. They speak more Portuguese and shit. I'm like, what? Like, you know, I can understand a little bit of Spanish, but like, like the Portuguese is like way faster.
It's
and,
different.
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
same with Italian. It's sounds. You can't get some words if if they go slow, but if they go fast, it's like, oh shoot, I don't know where they're talking about.
I'm lost. Yeah, that's how it was. I'm like, I'm trying to attempt to speak Spanish to this couple one time, and like they spoke Portuguese. I'm young, I'm like 20, 21 or whatever. And like they couldn't understand a word I say, I couldn't understand the word they say. Because I grew up, like I said, I grew up in California. So like like it's almost a necessity to kind of know a little bit of Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody out there is fucking from either from Mexico or somewhere one of the neighboring countries and shit. So like it's Spanish.
It's good. It's just to know any other language. So doesn't matter which one. If you speak another language, it's always good. It will help not to get a job, not to talk to people. I feel that anything that you learn will help you to become smarter and then be open to learn more things in life in general.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that. Like you could never stop learning. You know.
Used to say a day that you didn't learn anything is a day that you lost. You waste.
That's a good analogy. I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm gonna steal that from you. I like that. So you got married. You got divorced. You dated the guy from New York. And then what happened after that?
We broke out. I dated for a couple months a Cuban guy. We were friends. We were good friends before, and we would date for a couple months, but it didn't work out. We were just, it was not going to work. But it was just a little bit. It was just a couple months. And that's it. Now I have a good friend of mine who moved to Vegas, so at least I have a friend to hang out. So now I have a partner to go out once in a while, and that's it. That's it. Just working, and I'm not closed. I'm open. And I have been texting guys before too, but I noticed, honestly, that I have been really strict with my boundaries when it goes to, before there was zero boundaries. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, but he does that. I'm like, maybe I will change that, So now I'm more into, okay, this is something I don't like. I'm not going to talk to you no more. That's it. I mean, we can be friends, but definitely the conversation is not going to be about anything else than friends. Like, I don't like drugs. Me personally, I don't do drugs. No.
Yeah.
I can drink alcohol when we party, but if you do more than that, depend what you do. If it's decent drug, that's okay.
So if it was like coke or something?
No, that is an absolutely no. You smoke weed, I don't care.
Well, that's not really a drug, is it?
It's not anymore, but I'm saying,
Okay.
I don't care. But I'm saying, I see that you are doing something else than that. I don't care if it's a party thing. I'm not going to be with you.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I don't like that.
That's kind of me, too. Like, I smoke cigars, but like I'm, if a person smokes weed, that's fine, whatever. But I don't really smoke outside of the cigars, like when I go to cigar lounges and shit. And, I never done any drugs and shit. And so, like, I know plenty of girls that might have messed around with coke, shit like that, whatever.
It's Vegas.
Yeah. I know plenty of, people in that life or whatever. But I don't know, like, that's just never been my thing, Like, I don't want...
I never tried, honestly.
Me
and
neither.
I'm not into it.
I just never want... Like, I just seen too many, like, fiends and shit growing up, And, like, I said, shit, I don't ever want to be like that. I think I have an addictive personality. Like, so... Like with cologne, shoes, and shit like that, like that's my addictive personality. Like for a time, it used to be women. Like women. I was a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my addictive personality. So if I know that I have an addictive personality, I don't want to do that shit because I don't want to.
That was me too. I was always the same. I was saying, I know I'm not that strong on attitude to say, okay, that's it. No, I didn't like. I know if like, why to try something if you know that it could be dangerous for you? Will be you're gonna put yourself in that position. I'd rather not to. I don't need to. I know if I get like 3 shots of tequila, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I don't need anything else in that. And if I'm tired, I'm tired. Go to sleep. Tomorrow will be another day.
The worst time. I stopped drinking tequila a long time ago. I call tequila scum juice. I say this because one night, this is a long time ago, I was me and my boy, we used to tell people I'm Dominican, he's Puerto Rican, we're not. But, he knows Spanish, I know a little bit of Spanish, and
You can always blame your parents, say, oh, they didn't teach me Spanish.
And so, I used to tell people I'm Dominican on the weekends, and he's Puerto Rican on the weekends and shit. And so, like, we're meeting all these girls, we're at Senor Frogs and stuff like that. And, like, we're just taking back tequila, right? Next thing you know, like, I'm in the back seat of somebody's Alexis, like, knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was this girl that came and picked us up, she was good for that. You know, we went to IHOP. Like I'm throwing up and stuff. You know, like I feel like tequila puts me on my worst behavior, so I don't drink it. You know, I might have a shot here or there if I go to like.
I like tequila when I'm at home with my family. We have a party, then we go all the way in.
I can see that.
Now, if I'm outside, I said I like drinks that are sweet too.
Okay.
So sweet drinks are usually like mixed ones are kind of like tricky as well because you drink it like juice and then you feel it after.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go for sometimes shots too. Like but I don't drink beer. I don't like champagne. I don't like.
See that's my realm. Like beer, champagne stuff. You know, like I'm not a heavy drinker anymore, so I'm just here to drink for conversational pieces.
Yeah,
you know,
but you can have those things too when it's just like a one.
I take a shot at some, here or there, if I'm in a cool environment.
That's what I do, like a little bit, just a little bit, just to bring.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't do it, especially tequila, man. Like, no mas, no.
My respect to tequila.
Yeah.
No, try mezcal. That's even worse.
Try what?
Mezcal. That's from Mexico too. It's
Okay.
different than tequila, but that's even worse.
I think I might have tried that.
You
Like
probably
when I go to Mexico.
The flavor is different.
Yeah,
It's not
you could
burning
tell-
your stomach,
yeah.
but it's still in your mouth like that flavor.
You could tell
weird,
it's pure
but-
or not.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
really good to get drunk.
Do you like Mexico?
I came from Mexico. I went to Cuba, Mexico, Vegas, and I had never been back.
Really?
Yeah, never. I had never been back. I want to go, but I don't know. It depends. I do want to go because Cancun, they're all inclusive. It sounds.
I don't like Cancun.
You don't like Cancun?
No.
Why not?
It's too Americanized. It's
Makes
kind of
sense.
dirty too. I
Do
like.
you like Cabos?
It's cool. I'm more of like a Tulum type of person. More calmer cities, but they have shit there to do. So, but like I fell in love with Tulum, and then I just look at like Cancun, like.
Oh, okay. No, I had never been.
Yeah, I've been all over. I've been to so many different spots in Mexico, and I used to take a lot of cruises, but I've been there. I fly for free, so I've been there a lot of times, and yeah, I would say by far Tulum right now is my
It's
favorite.
your favorite?
Cabo used to be like back in the day, but Tulum right now.
I'm going to add it on my list.
You should go. Tulum for sure. What about like anywhere else outside of Cuba?
No, I have never gone outside of United States, to be honest. Cuba, I went to Bahamas on a cruise too, and that was good. But usually I stay here on the States. It's hard because when you work in the casinos too, you only have 2 weeks of vacation a year. So it's really hard to get the 2 weeks together.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to go to a place when you only have like a week. And it's, I have to match with the family. Like my kids were to school too. So it's really, really hard to get all those. And when we do, we go to Cuba or we stayed here, like on the States.
So how are you and your ex-husband now? Like, are you guys?
Oh, we're good now.
You guys good?
No, we're good.
Because how some divorces end like nasty.
No, at the time of the divorce, we struggled. It was complicated because we do have kids in common, so it's hard when you get divorced and you have kids. But no, now it has been a while now. It's been a lot. So we still like once in a while we're good again. So it's okay.
Yeah, as long as you guys are able to like, how old are your kids if you don't mind me asking?
15 and 11.
15 and 11.
Yes.
That's those are good ages.
Yeah, my son. I came here pregnant with my son.
Okay,
In
so
2009.
15.
So he's about to be 16.
So he's a high schooler.
He is a high schooler.
Yeah, he's living the life. I think high school is like the best time.
It's a good kid. Yeah, my high school was the best time too.
You have a lot of fun. I think that's where youngsters that's where they kind of find themselves. You know what I'm saying? If, because you got all the high school activities that's going on, and especially if you play like a sport too. Like, I played football, ran track, so like I had this affinity for all the shit that was going on at my schools or whatever. And high school is very fun. I was just telling my son that the other day.
In Cuba, our high school, we were actually leaving out of school. So we were going to school on Monday and coming out on Friday.
So it's kind of like a boarding school.
It was like a boarding school.
I don't know if I could do that.
Oh, that was awesome. Imagine high schoolers like you leaving with your friends. That was actually really good.
Nah,
That's
but-
like my friends today's date. my best friends, they're still being from high school. Like I have like 3, 4 good friends, like the only ones that I talk to the most, and they're from that.
How's like the pregnancy rate with that? Like, do a lot of high schoolers? Because I know out here,
No,
like
no, don't hide. No, don't
out here, I never seen so many. Like when I moved out here, I never seen so many pregnant high school girls in my life. Like I find out like when there's not a lot to do for kids, like pregnancies, they go rampant. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing they're doing. They're doing drugs and sex and all that shit.
Imagine
like that.
Cuba, where there's not even a theater to go for a movie. So yeah,
Oh,
no, but
that's-
not really. No, it was a good school, to be honest. It was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
And that's all the schools out there? Or?
No, not
Okay.
all of them. So the school that I went to, because the school in Cuba, it's free, so you don't pay for it. But this one was like special school, I don't know how to call, like AP classes. So you have to take a test to go to. So if it's like 300 people want to go, but I only have capacity for 100, so you have to take a test.
Oh, this is kind of like a charter school
Yeah,
type of deal.
kind of. Yeah, it was a good
like-
school. So we behaved a little bit. We were
And-
not that bad. We were like good kids.
Okay, and this is around the 2090s.
2000. Oh shoot, 2003.
I don't want to age you out. I don't want to say
I'm
your age.
36. I'm about
Okay.
to be 37
Okay.
now.
All right.
Next Sunday.
Okay, well, I know that some people they don't like their age exposed. So
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, so
I'm
Yeah.
afraid of the 40s. I'm not gonna lie.
why?
But
That's
hey,
like
I'm ready for it.
That should be like your prime age.
You know, I feel when I was when you're a teenager, you want to be on the 20s. When you're on the 20s and you see yourself going to the 30s, like, oh, I'm going to get so old. I'm going to be 30 now. You know,
Yeah.
in Spanish, like 30, it's 30. So after the 30s, we become the ta part, like not teenagers anymore. Now it's the ta. And we're so afraid. Now, I'm like, damn, the 30s has been the best time of my life.
I think the 30s
And I'm
are
ready
fun.
for the 40s.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen.
The 20s is fun, but like most of the time when you're in your 20s, you're trying to live life. You're kind of broke or whatever. Shit like that. And then
It's not that fun. You think you got it all and you don't have anything on the 20s. So once you get the 30s, when you were like, okay, I feel that now I know a little bit more. Now I can have that fun with being responsible too. The 20s, when you take a lot of risk.
Yeah,
You don't care. You're like, you're wild and free.
I tell men like this, like, because it's a little bit different for us and you guys. Like, build yourself in the 20s, go harder in your 30s.
And enjoy it on the 40s.
Yeah, in the 40s and 50s, that's when you should be made. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. I even tell guys as much as this. It's cool to date, but don't get into full relationships in your 20s because you're still trying to figure out life and you're broke most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And so, in today's time, women are not going to respect the building of you. They're only going to respect you already built.
I disagree with that.
You know, okay, elaborate.
I disagree on that. I feel that the right woman will love to be part of your growing. I want to be that person. I don't like the man that is already full established just because 90% of the time, guys that are established, they look at you as a material, as a something. You're here because I already got this, or you're here, but I can replace you too. You know, it's like, it's not the same.
I think you're the minority in that one.
I want the guy to have a goal and we will build it together.
Okay.
That's the guy that I like. That's the guy that I appreciated. Because the guys are already established, they already went through so much. And the dating pool for that guys it's easy to pick.
So you don't want a guy with like that has the ability to have many options.
I don't mind, honestly, as long as I have the trust. But it's really hard to trust today's day. It's really hard to do. And I just want the guy that will be fine. And honestly, I'm meeting guys that have been established. And I what I've seen, the attitude is different. Even the attitude from the beginning, it's different.
I can understand that.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care how much you can make. I'm not gonna make that. I don't care. But we are the same. And I don't like to feel that you see me as someone under you, because I don't like it.
I think we're conditioned like that because I say like this. Going back Like,
I don't blame them. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
blame
yeah.
them. I agree with them because that's society too.
Mm-hmm.
When so many girls probably play games with that guy before or use that guy, so I understand. But from my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that to you. And if I feel that that's where you think about me, then that's immediately I can't do this.
Well, I mean,
So
a lot of times, a guy that's built or have their shit together, I think you're meeting those pseudo guys that I'll say like this. They worked hard, got to this lane, but now like this is their first time in this lane, right? But then on the other side of that is guys that's built their shit, but then they got like open minds to shit in life, so they're like, you're not an object, but you kind of got to understand his program. You get what I'm saying? So, because let's be honest, it's kind of hard, right, with the guy that you're building with, because like
Why?
at any given time, and you're in your position now, right? Let's say you meet a guy.
it's really hard because at this age, 37 that I'm about to be, I don't want to date a 30-year-old kid. I will date a 40-year-old man. And then
But at
probably
40,
the 40, it should be
you
established
building with
already.
him? Yeah,
It should be.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
really hard. That's where the dating at this age, it's really hard. But I have seen guys at 40 that it's still like acting like 17.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
have
absolutely,
seen
yeah.
guys on like 40s that it's still responsible guy, maybe not established, but responsible. And that's what I care the most. I don't
Okay.
care if you make 6, 7 figures, if your attitude is like a $3 bank account. I'm sorry. That's your attitude is more important than anything else because I'm not rich, neither I'm looking for it. I just want to be happy. And if you're not going to bring the happiness, your money's not going to bring the happiness. Yeah, it would be nice to have a Chanel bag, but I don't care about it.
But that goes back to what I was saying earlier. With that guy that walks into the room that has that command presence, that mystique guy, right? Those guys that know what they got, that know what they can do, like that know the type of shit that's going on, they're not going to talk about it because they've already been there. They've already been positioned there. You get what I'm saying? You're talking about guys
But I
that just
feel
get
that
into
goes,
this level.
to be honest, I think it goes to my, every person have their own, like what they like, what they're looking for. There are girls who don't like that kind of attitude. They like more the clown person.
Yeah,
There are
for
girls,
sure.
so that game worked for a certain amount of people. So not everyone. So maybe being the quiet on the corner worked for me and it worked for 3 more girls, but not for the 20 that are out in the room. So maybe the other 17s would be like, oh, I don't know who he is. I don't even notice that he was there. So that game works for a specific. Every game goes for a specific
For sure.
kind of crowd. So that person that is the quiet, the energy, it can go with me and it can go with someone else, but that's everywhere. Remember, there's 7 girls for the men in the world.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you just have to choose the wise one.
I think that's another hard part with a lot of guys too, is because like once you're established, it does open up a door to a lot of different women. So you got to kind of
Be matured. It's just about being matured because you're going to have a lot of opportunities, but you have to choose too. You have to.
you got to have good discernment.
We are adults. We are responsible for our decisions. And when we make a decision, we already know about the consequences that can become with.
Sure.
So it's like we just have to be aware what we're doing. And I think we are. It's just that we think we're never going to get caught. And that's the biggest problem. But and honestly, I always say the same. I'm not even worried about a guy who cheated on me. That's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is about the commitment. And when it goes to loyal, it doesn't mean just the cheating part. There's so much more than just the cheating. For me, guy texting someone is even worse than if you go out, you have party with your friends, this girl go crazy on you, and then something happened with that girl that night. But if you build that texting day by day, even if you have not having anything, that's even worse for me. That night that you fuck it up.
I get because you're building more of a bond connection type
You're
of deal.
building more emotionals. You're
Yeah.
taking that time from me to give it to someone else. So you're taking that energy to someone else. that is definitely for me. It's even worse than anything.
Well, I understand
even if you
that.
have done nothing.
I definitely understand that because shit, I done that before. A few times.
We all have been in that
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
I'm not like that person who would say, "Oh, I never text someone." No, you have.
Mm-hmm.
We all have done that, but we know it's sometimes it's just the game of the texting part because we like that. We're humans and we like to feel. I'm a female. I love when a guy say, "Text, oh, you look pretty today." I like that. I'm like, hey, I like that. We all like that too. But doesn't mean that I'm gonna disrespect my partner too and say, hey, follow that. No, that's not okay.
Yeah, I could agree with you. And like I said, like it's times that I done that shit, and like looking back at it, like once she had told me like how she felt about it or whatever the case may be, and getting out of my own selfish ways, I'm like, oh, I can see where
See
it's
it
going
from the
because
outside.
you'd be like, well, I didn't fuck that person. Is innocent. Woo, woo, woo. But then like, with her saying it and, and she's feeling this way and, it could be a breakup because of that or breakups happen because of that. And you thinking like, damn, like she might've been on to something like,
Always think about it. If you have to hide it or delete it, then there's not innocence on it.
But what if
There's nothing innocent on it.
True. But what if you keep it there, but you're talking to that person, it's still the same?
To be honest, the point of keeping it, if your girl, if I'm being in that position too, finding something, and if you're keeping it, depend what kind of conversation goes to, depend what's going on too. We can definitely have like, hey, explain this to me. Let me understand this kind of friendship that you have. I'm open to talk to you. I'm open to let you explain it to me. Now, if you become with like, what are you looking on my phone? That's a big problem. It's like, I understand. I don't have to look at your phone. I agree with you 100%. But if for some reason this pop up on, we're watching a TV show on your phone, something on YouTube, and then a text message come up, I have the right to ask you about it. And if you think that I can ask you about it, then we should not be in that relationship, because I will be able to give you all explanation. Anything that you ask for, I will explain to you. I feel that I have to. You have the right to ask me for it, how I have the right to ask you too. It goes both ways.
Right.
So this is a relationship, how we're going to build something when I'm hiding something from you. And I can't ask you, I can't be myself and ask you a simple question, then we should not be together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, that I've been a little more mean lately.
I mean, that's about practical though. Like, you would think. That's not
It's the
mean.
truth. Why I'm going to waste my time and your time? So if this is something I don't like and this is what I need, and if you can't give me that, eventually we're going to break up. This is going to be ending. This is the end of this is the beginning of the end. So why we're going to waste time? I don't have time to waste. I'm not in the 20s. I'm going to be on the 40s soon enough.
Yeah.
So do you think I have time to waste with someone that it's not on the same level? No, I don't.
So you don't mind if a guy might be dating multiple women while you're dating, but
No, I do.
You do. So if you meet a guy today and he's dating multiple, and he tells you guys are
I
talking.
would tell you this. If I met a guy today, and the guy invited me to go out, and we go out dinner. We have been out like 2 or 3 times, just dinner, fun, but nothing else. I will be okay. Like, I don't care. To be honest, I don't care, because I'm being honest too. I may be texting other guys, so do him. Like, I'm not the kind of person who would go out with everyone, because I feel that if I'm going out with a guy, it's because I'm going to put more energy on it. I'm going to work on this one, but I'm still going to have the plan B, C, D on the phone. I will. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, because it happens to me before. When I met my ex, I met my ex on a dating app. When we become, okay, this is going to be serious, I literally text the other guy and say, hey, I'm in a relationship, don't text him anymore.
Damn, well, that's kind of mean.
No, it's not
Yeah,
me, but I say
I'm
it.
joking.
It's like, if I'm going to build something with you, and honestly, I would tell you the truth. Once I break out, those guys actually likes that, because it's like, okay, she was strict ahead. That's it. It's over. Your competition, you stayed behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You didn't make it.
RIP to the competition, right?
So it's over. That's it. And say, we can be friends, but don't text me anything, because I do have a partner now. So and I can be like that. It's like, you text me something, I'm going to block you. And we can be friends. So just be respectful of that too. So once we cross that dating and we go for more, yes, I'm expecting him to cut it off too.
Okay.
Because I will do the same thing. You do the same thing.
That
And I
makes
don't
sense.
see that. it's something that it bothers me a lot. Like, let's say I go out with a guy to a restaurant and then he goes out to the same restaurant with someone else. No, I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
That's like, no, I'm not going to be the joke. I'm not. No, that's no.
I'll say this. I'm going to ask you a question, but I wanted to say this too. In the texting or cheating, I think sometimes the guys, the reason why they do it is not because they can, is because maybe like sometimes that they could talk to or get off something that they can't get off with their significant other. You get what I'm saying? So like I might be texting. I'm not saying that it's right because it's not right, but I
Like
might
what?
be texting this person because I could talk to this person more than I could talk to my significant other. You know what I'm saying? They might have an open.
Then you should break out.
But I don't think it's that easy for
No,
guys.
it's not easy.
Yeah, you know,
but it's better
especially
for
when
you, better for her, better
That's
for
true.
the other person.
That's
it's
true.
like a mature thing. So if you think that the person you have next to you, it's not the person, that's the most important part. If you can't talk to the person you're building with or you're sleeping next to, then what are you doing there? If you can't talk, that's the first thing you have to be able to say whatever you have to say, even if the other person disagree with you. It's like, it's okay. We
think
are the
it might
partner. We
be-
have to debate about this.
I think it might be easier
really
said
hard.
and done for some guys because, and in some women too, but for more so for guys because they might be invested in other ways. Like he loves her, you know, he might love her. He might have a kid by her kids, or you know, he might be tied to a lot of different things, and you know, the separation of possibly family. Even though like what you're doing could jeopardize all that. I'm not saying that, but I think with some guys, they do it only because they're able to talk to, you know, because you know.
This is the thing with guys. I'm the kind of person who think guys would never leave a female before they have another female. Even mom. You don't leave your mom until you have your partner. You don't leave your partner until you already will get another one. I feel guys are really attached to a female. And it's, if you are in a relationship and you are talking to someone else because you don't feel that you can talk to your partner, most likely that's going to end. Because it's
Sure.
going to happen.
I agree.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That person, it's filling out something that's really important, and eventually it's going to fill out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the most important thing. Like, you'll be able to express. I'm the kind of person, I talk a lot. A lot. I'm Gemini, so I talk a lot.
Oh shit!
And
We're not even gonna
I'm
go there.
really open to listen to everything. I'm definitely going to understand you 100%,
Mm-hmm.
even if the conversation it's not something that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I always said, before your partner, I have to be your friend. And
That
I'm
makes
always
sense.
going to
Yeah, it
give
should be
you
like that.
your advice as a friend, because
Mm-hmm.
your happiness, your wealth, it's actually more important to me than the relationship. Because if we don't work as a relationship, I'm friend with all my exes, literally. I'm friend with all of them. And even the one that I date for a couple months, we're good friends. The one that I said I would never date a New Yorker no more, and we end like really bad, I'm still be friend of him because I understand him. I understand that he was not ready for it. And maybe I put him in the position that is like you choose or not. And then I maybe force him to get that decision, and he wasn't ready. So I don't hate him for that, none at all. I hate him I disagree with him because of his commitment on the relationship was not good enough. So
get it.
when I mean commitment, it's not just about cheating it's about being loyal to talk to you. Say, hey, you know what? I don't like this. And I'm okay to say, okay, what are we going to do?
Right.
I even told him, like, you know what? We don't have to break out. Just sleep in one room and sleep in another one. Figure it out what you want to do. But you need to figure it out, because I'm
Yeah,
not going to be
that's pretty
here to
nice.
figure it out for you.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out. And once you figure it out, then we can talk. And if this is not going to work out for you, perfect. We can go different ways. And if you want to do the right, then let's do it right. But it's going to be right. It's not halfway right.
All right. Last question before we get the hell out of here. 3 advices that you'll give to men, 3 advices that you'll give to women, coming from a woman that's been on both sides of the dating spectrum.
My first advice to both, it will be honest. Honestly, it's the best thing you can ever be. And if the person don't like what you said, then that's not your person. That's
Okay.
it. That's for both. On the male side, I will said, be patient too. Be patient. You guys need a lot of patience because we are complicated. I agree. And the third for the guy, to be honest, it's, I don't know. I just don't know. Commitment. I always going to say it. If you made the decision to have a partner, then that's your partner. And if that's not your plan, it's okay to say it from the beginning. We're looking for the same thing too. You never know. Maybe you can have a lot of fun with the person if that's all you want to do. On the girl side, other than be honest, it's bring it down a little bit. We can't be a man if we want a man. We have to be the girly on the relationship, always.
Bingo.
Yeah, so bring it down a little bit. That energy, it's not helping you. So far, to have not been okay. That's why you're single, including myself. So we need to take it down a little bit. And the third one, it's if it goes to dating, I will say always be that mom in a relationship. I feel we need that too. And when it goes to a relationship, guys want to make sure that they have the wife and the mom and the family on you. So if you can't do that, then stay single and come to Vegas and party.
You heard it here first. On that note, it's a good fucking episode. It didn't even feel like an episode. I just feel like we were just talking shit. Huh?
I know.
You want to shout out your socials or anything?
It's okay. I'm Marilyn Mesa. It's IG is the one that I use the most. It's Marilyn_Mesa.
And she might add you. She might not.
It
You
may
never
be.
know. Maybe.
Be nice to have a photo on your profile.
Don't do no Finsta. On that note, we're out of here. Like, subscribe, comment. Talk your shit. Hit me up in the inbox on Instagram. That's Elevated One Network. Same thing on YouTube and all the other shit. And we out. Peace.